Hey guys, my name is Heather Adamson, and I am your Jamberry Independent Consultant for the week. And I wanted to show you guys how to take off your wraps and how to reapply them. Just so that if you've never used our wraps before, you can see a little bit better of how to take them off and reapply them. And I'm going to need to change mine because, as you can see, mine have kind of grown out. They've been on, I think, for about 11, 12 days, something like that. They actually could stay on longer if my nails hadn't grown out. But I could get 2 full weeks out of them, but my nails grow pretty quickly, so I get about 12 days before I need to change them just because they grow out and are kind of looking funny. But so I want to show you, right now I'm going to show you how to take them off. Right now I have, if you are wondering what I have on, I have mermaid tails on these fingers, and this is rose gold sparkle. And I'm going to take them off using just warm coconut oil. It's my favorite way to take them off because it smells good, it's natural, and it's, gentle on your nails and helps keep your cuticles soft and healthy. But you can use nail polish remover, you can use vegetable oil, olive oil. Just make sure that it's warm, unless it's the nail polish remover, then you don't need to warm that up. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your opposite thumb and you're going to break the seal, which just means you're just going to pull it up a little bit. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're just going to soak it in the warm oil until it gets a little pliable. And you're just going to slowly work it off. And it just takes a couple seconds. It takes a little bit longer to get them off, I think, sometimes, depending on what you have on. And I have sparkles on and a metallic on right now, which they're a little bit of a thicker wrap, so they take a little bit longer to heat than our matte or glossy wraps. But as you can see, it gets pliable, and it's coming off super easy. And I've had my wraps on. I take them off and change them up since August of last year, in 2014. And my nails do not have any yellowing. They don't have any damage. Nothing. You don't get like the scratching and the weak. Your nails are weak after having them on, like you do with gel manicures. You don't get any discoloration like you do when you wear nail polish nonstop. So they really are great for your nails because they last 2 weeks on your fingers and up to 6 weeks on your toes. And they really do, because I had some on my toes from last July for a wedding to, oh goodness, the beginning of October, I think. The end of July to the beginning of October. So they really do last a long time. And they stay on great. And they don't, like I said, they don't damage your nails. And they're great with kids because if you only get 1 or 2 nails done and your kid wakes up from a nap, or, they need you or something like that, you're not waiting on dry time. They're done. They're good to go. You don't have to worry about messing your nails up. Sorry, I pulled that one off a little bit quickly and it left a little adhesive. So if you do that and your wrap leaves a little bit of adhesive on it, just keep heating it and wipe that off. But once I get one hand done, I will show you guys how my nails don't have any kind of damage on them. But these are really great, and I'm excited that Megan decided to do a party and share these with you guys because they're so much fun. There's a lot of really fun designs that you can't get if you go to a salon, or if you want to get that done at a salon, you're going to pay the big bucks for it. Because every extra little thing besides just a color, you're going to get charged an arm and a leg for. Where this is so cheap in comparison to going to a salon. And you can get 2 manis and 2 petties and have some left over. Or if, like my one post, if you can get 3 if you're like me, because my nails are pretty short. I keep them pretty short, and my nail beds are pretty short too, small. So it doesn't take much for my nails. So I can get 3 manicures, which is which I think just having 2 manicures is a really cost savings, but when you can get 3 like I can, you can't beat that. So my fingers are kind of oily from the coconut oil. I'll have to wash them in a second. But as you can see, there's no discoloration, there's no scratching, there's no anything on them. And so it's really great. I love it. So I'm going to take my other hand off, and then we'll get on to the application part. So give me just a minute. I'm done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash my hands really quick so that I can get all the oils off, and I'll show you how to apply your wraps. Okay, so now I have the oils off of my hands, and you can see, again, no damage, no discoloration. They're perfect. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'll show you what you need for application. We sell an application kit that comes in this cute little purple bag, which I love, and it's great to store store your wraps in, whatever, but it comes with all of this. Everything that you need to be able to apply your wraps. It comes with your buffer, nail clippers, your cuticle scissors, a nail file, cuticle rubber pusher, and 2 orange sticks, as well as you get a couple of convenient little alcohol wipes. So we do sell those. One that comes with our Jamberry cuticle oil, and one that comes without if you don't need or want the oil. But I find it super convenient because it comes with everything that you need. Excuse me. But, so right now I have out my orange stick, my buffer, my cuticle scissors, my rubber cuticle pusher, and then the wraps that I'm going to apply. I'm going to apply white out, which is just a plain white. I'm going to show you how to double wrap, actually, because I'm going to use one of our clear wraps. This is actually the May Sister Style exclusive. It's called May Flowers. It's only available in the month of May. So I'm going to show you how to double wrap, because it's really great that you can, I could apply these just like this, but I like the fact that I can double wrap them and put something behind them. Let me line them up there. And you can see, and then you'll be able to see the flowers a little bit better. But they would look really cute just like that. That's what I love about our clear wraps. But first, what I'm going to do is you can take either your rubber cuticle pusher or your orange stick, and you're going to push your cuticles back. I'm going to use this really quickly, which I love. This is one of our new products that we just came out with in this catalog. It's called our Cuticle Remover Pen. It just clicks, and it is great to help soften up your nails, or your cuticles, I mean, and to help remove all of the dead, yucky cuticle stuff. Since I just removed my wraps with the coconut oil, they're pretty soft, so I'm not going to actually use this time, but I love it. You just brush it on around, and then you let it sit for a couple minutes, and then you push your cuticles back, and then wash your hands, and it's great. I love the results with this when I have super bad cuticles, but right now they're pretty good because I just pushed my cuticles back last week, so they're not too bad. But when they get rough, especially in the winter time, the beginning of the spring, they were pretty bad, and I love this. So check this out in the catalog. This is a really awesome thing to use. So you're just going to take your cuticle pusher, and you're just going to push your cuticles back, because you want your cuticles out of the way, because when you apply your wraps, you don't want to apply them to your fingers and get on your skin or your cuticles, because if they get on any of that, they're not going to last as long, and it takes a little bit of practice. My very first time that I ever applied them last summer, I got them on my cuticles. I didn't size them right, and did a couple that were a little bit too big, and I got them on my skin and things, but they still lasted 8 days, which is 8 days longer usually than my nail polish lasts, because my nail polish tends to chip within a day or two. So it's important when you're sizing your wraps, which I'll show you in just a minute, to size them a little bit too small, to err on the side of small rather than trying to fill your whole nail and then you get it on your skin or your cuticles. Because if it's a little bit too small, no one's going to notice that, and they're going to last longer rather than trying to fill your entire nail and then it, you know, being on your skin, and then it doesn't last as long, where you can get 2 weeks out of it if you don't get it on your skin. And like I said, it takes a little bit of practice. I didn't really get that good at it until after a couple applications. My first couple were a little rough. They still were good and they lasted way longer, but I did get it on my skin, and now I can do it after a couple times I could do it in 20 minutes, start to finish without interruptions. So that's what you do first. You want to push your cuticles back just so that they're out of the way. Then I like to buff my nails. I have a little bit of rigidy nails, but even if you don't, I just like to buff it just to make sure that you have a nice smooth surface to apply your wraps to. And so it's really great to do that because you get a nice smooth, clean surface to apply them. And especially if your nails are like mine and have a little bit of ridges, it smooths it all out and makes it all even. So I'm just going to buff each nail really quickly just to make sure there's no ridges and no leftover adhesive or anything. But if you heated your oil up enough and you let them soak and took them off slow enough, you won't have any adhesive left on it. But I really like these wraps on how long they last. They last through dishes and cleaning and changing diapers and all kinds of stuff you can do, and they last. Just as an example, a couple weeks ago I had wraps on and they had been on for about 11 days, and my husband and I were planting our landscaping flowers, and we were digging holes and planting a ton of flowers because our entire landscaping needed redone. It looked awful. And so I was scooping dirt with my hands, and I had dirt all underneath of my fingernails, and my wraps still looked great. Once I cleaned under my nails and got the dirt out from underneath of them, they looked great. They still were on. They were, still good to go. I mean, now they had started to grow out, so I did change them in a couple days just because they were looking bad anyways from growing out. But if my nails hadn't grown out, they would have lasted so long. And that was after wearing them already for 11 days and then digging. So that just goes to show how well they last. Which I'll post a picture of that later on in the party, and I'll show you those nails that I had on that day. But, so first you're going to push your cuticles back, then buff your nails. Then what I like to do, Jamberry sells a nail prep cleanser, but you can just use rubbing alcohol if you don't want to purchase this. It's basically what this is. But oops, dropped my cotton ball. So you want to take your cotton ball and just put some rubbing alcohol, which if nothing else, if you don't buff your nails, you want to do this step. This is the step that I say is the most essential of anything. Pushing your cuticles back and using rubbing alcohol to clean your nails, because this ensures that you get any oils, any dirt, anything like that off of your nails in preparation to apply your wraps, because you don't want to have any kind of oils on them, so that they have a nice clean surface for your wraps to stick to. So that's what you're going to do. Just clean them with rubbing alcohol or the Jamberry nail prep cleanser. Let it dry. I really got my cotton ball wet. So what you're going to do is I'm going to do the whites first, and I'm just going to show you a hand, and then I'll show you a couple fingers of how to apply the double wrap if you want to do a clear wrap over top of something else. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your wraps, and I like to take my orange stick because you don't want to touch the back of your wraps if possible, because you don't want to get any of your oils from your skin on the back of your wraps on the adhesive. But you're going to take your wraps, and it's great because they're on a clear backing, so you can size your wraps the way for each nail to know which one you want to do. Now I know my nails take these 5 smallest ones, not all in order, but this is my pinky, my pointer, my ring, my middle, and then my thumb. But if you're not sure, what you're going to do is you're going to take your wraps, and it's great, like I said, because they're on the clear thing and they're flexible so that you can see. you're going to stick it behind. Like I know this one is my pinky, but you're going to stick it behind and just kind of wrap it around your nail and see. And if you're not sure, go to the next size up and just see. Like that one is clear. This one's clearly too big for my pinky. I would get it on my skin. I would have it on my cuticle. It's too wide. But this one fits just perfect. And you just want to wrap it around and make sure. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your orange stick and you're going to roll it up underneath of your wrap, just like so. So that you're not touching it. And I just kind of stick it on there. And then I take my cuticle scissors. And like I said, I cut mine in thirds because I know I can get 3 out of them. But most people, you're going to just need to cut them in half so that you have, each wrap will do 2 fingers. So you're going to cut it. And then you're just going to have a little piece sticking on your orange stick. Then you're going to take your heat, because our wraps take heat and pressure to apply. And so you're going to take your mini heater, which we sell. These are great. They're super convenient. They let you have 2 hands to apply your wraps. And but if you don't have one of these, don't want to purchase one of these, you can use just your hair dryer. But like I said, this makes it so much easier because you get the perfect amount of heat, and you it's not like super powerful to where it's going to blow your wrap away. But you're going to, let me turn mine on, and then you're going to put the adhesive side towards your heat. So, and it just takes a couple seconds, just until it's pliable. Our glossy wraps and matte wraps take about 2 to 3 seconds. Our sparkle wraps take about like 5 to 7 seconds. So you're going to do it to pliable. Then I take the edge that I'm going to file off, and I grab just very carefully on the super edge, because you don't, like I said, you don't want to touch the back. And you're going to apply the curved edge towards your cuticles. And I like to put my nail down on a surface so that I can get it. And before you press it, I just like to lightly lay my wrap down, just like so that I can see if I have it centered, if I'm going to get it crooked, if I'm going to put, if I'm getting it on my cuticle or anything. And then you just start from back by your cuticle and press up. Heat and pressure, heat and pressure. And so then I like to heat it again so that you get good sealing. You just put your finger up towards it. And then, because I have curved nails, I like to take my cuticle pusher or my orange stick, whichever one you have. But I personally like the rubber cuticle pusher. And then I really get around the edges really super well. And then just kind of press all over my wrap, just so that I get those edges sealed really well. And then I forgot to get my nail file out. Let me grab my nail file. Then you're going to take your nail file and you're going to file the edge off. What you're going to do is you're going to file straight down. You're not going to file up and down. You're not going to file like this, like you normally would with your nails. You're going to file your wrap straight down, and that's it until the edge comes off. Then it just takes a second. Unless your nail file is like really used and it's kind of dull, it does take a little longer with that. But if it's a pretty good nail file, it just takes a few seconds. As you can see, it's already coming off. I just have the one little corner left over here to get off. And as easy as that, just one little edge left. Sorry. Which, if you have curved nails like me, sometimes you got to go at a little bit of an angle to get up underneath. But as easy as that, you have got the edge filed off. Then what I like to do is I like to just heat it one last time, just to get that edge that you filed off nice and sealed. So then I heat it, and then I just press that edge one last time. And then I'll show you how to double wrap. And then what I'm going to do, same thing. I know this is my pinky, so I'm going to roll this up underneath. And stick it to my orange stick. Excuse me. Grab my cuticle scissors and cut it in half. Heat it, adhesive side towards your heat with your mini heater. And as you can see, it's already like getting pliable. That's what it's going to look like being pliable. It's just going to curve a little bit. And it just takes a couple seconds. Take the edge. And then you're just going to apply your clear wrap up over top of your wrap that you already have on. Which you can apply the clear wraps. A great thing about the clear wraps that I love is that you can apply them over top of other wraps. You can apply them over top of nail lacquer or nail polish. Or you can even, if you have a gel manicure, you can apply them over your gel manicure as well. Or acrylics. You can apply them on acrylics too. All of our wraps you can apply on acrylics. But the clear wraps are super versatile on the fact that you can apply them by themselves or apply them over other wraps, other nail polish or whatever. So same thing, I reheated and I put more pressure on it, and now I'm just going to file the edge of my clear wrap off. Just the same exact way, straight down until it comes off completely. Just the little corners left. Because like I said, because my nails are really curved, I always get the center part, and then the edges, the little corners are still attached. But that one's coming off. One little corner left. But they're super easy. And my only recommendation after your application is to don't apply them and then go swimming right after, or do dishes, or give your kid a bath or something like that. Just don't have them submerged into water right after you apply your wraps, so that it's has kind of time to just set up really good, and otherwise they might start coming up. But if you do get a little bit of if you don't get a great application your first time and your corners are kind of peeling up a little bit or something, just reheat them and press them down again, or just kind of file that off a little bit. But as easy as that, you can see, I'm just going to show you this one nail. It's done. And in 20 minutes, I will have all 10 of my fingers done, and with no dry time, nothing, and it's super easy. And so I hope this has helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know, message me, post a comment on my Facebook page, post a comment in the party, and I will get back to you. But like I said, I hope this helped, and I'll post a picture of all 10 of my fingers when I'm finished. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.